Hi, this is Brian with Ikan, and today I'm going to be showing you the new shoulder rig system and cage for the C300 Mark III and the C500 Mark II. So here I have everything that comes included with the shoulder rig kit. Here I have the carbon fiber 15mm rods, I have the side plates, I have the extendable dog bones, I have the rubber hand grips. Here I have the Manfrotto 501 shoulder pad. I have the monitor holder, the EVF holder. I have the top plate, and then I have the 15mm rod adapter, the standard NATO rail, cable guard, counterweight. I have the adapter plate, and then I have the Manfrotto 501 base plate. I have the top handle, and then I have a monitor mount. And now I'm going to show you how to set it all up. So we're going to start off with the top plate. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that the indentation here for the ARRI location pins is going to be near the back of the camera. So you want to go ahead and align the screw holes, and you'll see that there's one screw hole that actually is part of the shoe mount here. And you want to make sure that that screw hole is, that you use the long screw for that one. And then go ahead and screw it in. And then you're going to use the short screw for the one in the front. And then go ahead and tighten it to make sure it's secure. All right, so now I'm going to put on the adapter plate. So the adapter plate, you want to make sure that the Ikan logo is facing the front of the camera. Just align the 1/4-20 screw. And then align the 3/8 screw and go ahead and screw it in just a little bit. You don't want to tighten it all the way, so that way you can make sure that whenever you're mounting the side plates, that the location pins match up. So just leave it a little bit loose, so that way you can slide it. And then we're going to go ahead and align the location pins, and then make sure they're aligned on this side. Okay, it looks like they're lined up. So now that we know that our adapter plate is in the right spot, we can go ahead and tighten it. All right, so now that I have the side plate mounted, I'm gonna go ahead and secure it with these small screws. So you're gonna use the small screws on the bottom. Let's go ahead and secure those. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and use the 1/4-20 screws for the top part. And now I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side plate. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the location pins are lined up. Okay, and then once it's secured, you wanna go ahead and screw it in the same way you did the other one. So the small screws at the bottom, and we're gonna use the 1/4-20 screws at the top. Tighten them to make sure it's secure. All right. So now that we have the entire cage frame, we're going to go ahead and mount it to the Manfrotto 501 base plate. So you'll see on the adapter plate that there's two inputs for 3/8 screw threads. So we're going to go ahead and use these two 3/8 screws to mount it into the adapter plate. All right, now that we have this mounted, we're gonna go ahead and attach it to the shoulder pad. And this shoulder pad has a Manfrotto 501 attachment, so any type of Manfrotto 501 plate works with it. The reason why we did this is because we actually wanted to make a system that uses the standard Manfrotto 501 plate. And if you have like a rod system here with a bunch of attachments on it, you can basically just detach this from the shoulder pad and put it onto a Manfrotto 501 standard tripod head. To attach this, you simply just slide it in, tighten it, and then we're gonna go ahead and put in the rods. So just go ahead and slide them through, make sure that it's loosened. And then go ahead and tighten it. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the other side. All right, so now that we have that set up, I'm gonna show you how to set up the extendable dog bones. We're gonna go ahead and loosen it and extend it all the way. And then we're gonna go ahead and tighten it. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and put it on the left side first. And you can do that just by simply attaching the rosette and tightening it. And then we're gonna do it on the other side. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and attach the hand grips. You pretty much attach it the same way as you do the dog bones. You just attach the ARRI rosette. All right, so now that we have everything attached, we're gonna go ahead and attach the counterweight. So you can do that just by attaching it to the rear part of the 15mm rods. Go ahead and secure it by tightening the screws. All right, now that we have that secured, I'm gonna go ahead and attach the top handle. And in order to do that, I'm gonna at first attach the NATO rail. So the NATO rail, you can just secure that with the 1/4-20 screws. And I do wanna mention that this is a standard NATO rail. Go ahead and tighten it a little bit more to make sure that it's secure. All right, so the top handle attaches to the standard NATO rail by just screwing in this part right here, and you can tighten it to the standard NATO rail. Okay, once it's tightened, you can then lift up the entire rig with the top handle. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this where it feels more comfortable. So first I wanna go ahead and lower this dog bone to probably around right here, and then I'll go ahead and rotate the hand grip. So I got that feeling pretty comfortable, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it, and then rotate the hand grip. It feels pretty good right around there. So yeah, I have it feeling pretty comfortable now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and attach the monitor mount. So to attach this, I can just simply attach the 15mm rod into the top handle and just go ahead and secure it. So if you attach it to the top handle's 15mm rod mount, you will notice that you can freely adjust the NATO rail. If you need a little bit more tension, then you can just use the included 15mm rod adapter and attach that to the top plate and then move the top handle back. For now, I'm gonna show you how to mount it this way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the EVF adapter, and I'm gonna attach that to the NATO rail. I'm gonna go ahead and secure it by tightening the screw here. All right, so now that that's tightened, you can go ahead and get the monitor mount and go ahead and screw it into the ARRI rosette, and then just tighten it like that. And then now you have your monitor mount. So this monitor mount, you can actually just freely adjust it. It has a preset tension, but if you want to adjust the tension, you can simply just tighten the screw right here, or you can loosen it, and that'll actually ease the tension or make it more stiff. So to attach the cable guard, all you have to do is just simply put it into this slot right here, and then just tighten the screw. And if you want to use the standard Canon side handle, you can just attach it to this ARRI rosette right here and then plug it in, and you can use this cable guard to protect the cable. So next I want to show you how to use the 15mm rod adapter. This can actually be mounted anywhere on the cage where there's two 1/4-20 screws. So you can put it here, you can put it on the top plate. You know, probably one of the best places to put it would be along the top plate right here. So that way you can have like a top 15mm rod mount if you want to use like a wireless follow focus motor. But yeah, to attach that, you simply just screw in the 1/4-20 screws. All right, so you just want to go ahead and tighten those screws, and then you have yourself a 15mm rod adapter. You can use that to mount like a wireless follow focus or a monitor. So with this setup, you can use a 5-inch monitor or a 7-inch monitor. If you're using a 7-inch monitor with 2 heavy batteries on it, you know, this tension might be not enough. So if you need a little bit more tension, what we're gonna need to do is move the top handle mount further back on the top plate, and we'll move this 15mm rod adapter to the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do that, and that's gonna give you a lot more tension on this rotation. All right, you just wanna go ahead and unscrew the NATO rail mount. All right, so now that I've cleared off the top plate, what you're gonna wanna do is to put this mount here in the middle towards the front of the top plate. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw that in. Okay, let's go ahead and tighten it. Let's make sure it's secure. All right, okay, so now we're gonna mount the NATO rail near the back of the top plate. So we're gonna go ahead and secure these 1/4-20 screws. All right, so now we're gonna have to actually rotate the NATO rail mount on the top handle. So to do that, you'll just loosen this screw right here, and then we'll go ahead and rotate that mount to where it mounts the other way. All right, you wanna make sure that this is very tight, so get that as tight as you can. All right, so now whenever I mount the NATO rail, it's gonna be a lot easier to mount it from the back rather than the front. So just simply slide that in there, and then go ahead and start fastening that thumb screw. All right, so now you're able to use the top handle towards the back of the top plate. And then you're gonna wanna go ahead and mount the monitor mount to the 15mm rod adapter. So just go ahead and put that in there and then tighten it. Yeah, this is gonna give you a lot more tension to where this is just not gonna move at all. So, so now you have a good monitor setup. You can adjust this. You can set it wherever you want. If you need to move the monitor mount, you can just disconnect this right here and then offset it. And this is going to allow you to freely adjust the monitor mount. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up with a monitor real quick. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and screw it into the monitor mount here. Just align the 1/4-20 screw. Make sure that it's in there. All right, and then go ahead and tighten it. So this is going to allow you to go out of the HDMI port on the camera, and you can go directly to your monitor or the SDI out. You can go to whichever input you want on the monitor. But now that we have it set up this way, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to just be able to adjust the monitor right in front of us. So that way we don't have to strain our eyes or anything like that. It's just very easy to get it set up where you want. If you have an EVF that has a ARRI rosette on it, you can simply just attach that on there and then just tighten it right there. You can adjust it, bring it closer so that way you can see through it. It just simply attaches directly onto the ARRI rosette here. So here we have the whole shoulder rig system set up. So just to kind of review everything, we have the rubber hand grips, we have the extendable dog bones, we have the Manfrotto plate with the Manfrotto 501 base plate, we have the adapter plate, we have the side plates with the ARRI rosettes and the cable guard, we have the top plate, the NATO rail, the top handle, the 15mm rod adapter, and we have the monitor mount with the NATO rail. We have the EVF mount, and then from there we have the monitor mount, which can mount onto the EVF mount. And also we have the counterweights as well, and the carbon fiber 15mm rods. So we have some accessories that are going to be available soon for this. We have our ARRI standard dovetail mount, which can mount directly onto the shoulder pad system. And we also have another ARRI standard dovetail mount with an OCONNOR tripod mount. So this is a prototype of our mounting system with a shoulder pad. And you're gonna be able to adjust the position so that way you can offset the weight on your tripod. So basically the dovetail mount will just mount directly onto the shoulder pad itself, and you can just slide it onto the dovetail. We also have a VCT mount as well. So we have more Stratus shoulder rig systems coming out as well. We have a rig coming out for the FX9. We have one coming out for the C200, C300, C500, EVA 1. So if you need any more information, just visit icancorp.com.